Do you ever feel like something's holding you back? Like no matter what you do, your confidence is slowly slipping away? You might not realize it, but some everyday habits could be silently destroying your self-esteem. In this video, we'll uncover the bad habits that are eating away at your confidence, and we'll look to the wisdom of Miyamoto Musashi to help you break free and rebuild your inner strength. Habit 1. Negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is a significant issue that can significantly impact your confidence. It is a deep-seated belief that you are not good enough, will never succeed, or always mess things up. This habit can lead to a belief in your abilities and choices, which can hinder your ability to face challenges and achieve your goals. Miyamoto Musashi, a renowned warrior and planner, believed that the best way to change things in life is to change yourself. To build unwavering confidence, it is essential to stop talking negatively to yourself and take charge of your inner conversation. To break this bad habit, it is crucial to be aware of when you start to talk negatively to yourself. When feeling down or stressed, pay attention to the words you use to describe yourself. This is when your mind is trying to protect itself by going back to old habits of criticizing yourself. When you become aware of these negative thoughts, you can fight them by checking if they are true or if they are just skewed versions of the truth. By asking yourself questions about these negative thoughts, you can lessen their power over you. Using positive mantras instead of negative self-talk is another effective way to stop it. Focus on your abilities and accomplishments rather than your flaws. Instead of telling yourself, "I can't do this," think of, "I can do this. I've faced challenges before and overcome them." Over time, replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations will help rewire your brain and give you more confidence. Musashi's lessons emphasize the importance of keeping going even when things get hard. Negative self-talk is a war that can be won with the right attitude and plans. To use the mind effectively, train it to be your friend instead of your enemy. Being kind to yourself is also important. Negative self-talk often comes from expecting too much from yourself, which can make you be very hard on yourself. Instead, see failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. By adopting awareness, self-compassion, and regular exercise, you can break this bad habit and turn your inner conversation into a source of strength, giving you the confidence to face life's difficulties head-on. Habit 2. Fear of failure. Being afraid of failing can have a detrimental effect on your confidence, as it can hinder your ability to grow and achieve. Miyamoto Musashi, a famous fighter, believed that accepting failure as part of the process is essential for personal growth and success. He believed that failure is a normal part of life, and the only way to learn and grow from it is to accept it. To overcome this fear, one must change their perspective on loss. Instead of viewing it as proof of inadequacy, they should view it as an opportunity to learn and improve. Musashi believed that life was a constant fight, and every loss or failure was a chance to learn and improve. A growth attitude, popularized by scientist Carol Dweck, aligns with Musashi's belief that failure is a necessary part of learning and improvement. People who adopt this attitude see problems and setbacks as opportunities to learn and improve, rather than threats to their self-worth. By focusing on taking steady, small steps towards goals, one can overcome their fears and make failure feel less overwhelming. Musashi also emphasized the importance of not caring about how things turn out, as the fear of failing worsens when one becomes too attached to the idea of success. By letting go of the need for everything to go smoothly and accepting that failure is a part of the journey, one can take risks without being afraid of what might happen. Everyone has faced failure at some point, and handling them wisely is crucial for future success. By thinking like Musashi and being brave when afraid of failing, one can find that each mistake makes them smarter, stronger, and more confident in their skills. So being afraid of failing is a habit that can slowly kill confidence if not addressed. However, by accepting loss, seeing it as a chance to grow, and practicing separating oneself from the results, one can break free from fear's hold and move forward with more strength and confidence. Habit 3. Avoiding challenges. Putting off problems is one of the sneakiest ways to lose confidence. It becomes more ingrained that you can't handle tough situations when you avoid them over and over again. This makes you question yourself over and over, which lowers your confidence over time. Miyamoto Musashi knew how important it was to face problems head-on and see them as chances to grow, rather than threats to be avoided. Avoiding problems may make you feel better in the short term, but it costs you in the long run. You miss out on important learning opportunities when you avoid tough scenarios. You learn something about yourself and become stronger with each task you face, whether you win or fail. Each and every fight in Musashi's life was a test of his skills, focus, and way of thinking. He was one of the best swordsmen in history because he was ready to face obstacles. People often avoid difficulties because they are afraid of failing, being judged, or being uncomfortable. These thoughts are normal, but they shouldn't control what you do. Musashi says that we should be brave when we are scared because that is how life is. To build real confidence, you can't avoid fear. You have to get through it. When you face difficulties, you start to see fear differently. You see it as a sign of growth instead of a threat to your self-esteem. A story that you can't handle trouble gets stronger in your mind when you avoid obstacles. This negative talk to yourself about your limits becomes a self-fulfilling promise because the more you try to avoid it, the less you believe in your own skills. But when you face a task, you show yourself that you can do it. You will feel more confident and strong just by meeting the task, even if the result is not what you had hoped for. Musashi's idea of kaizen, or ongoing growth, tells us that over time, making small steps forward will lead to success. You can't make this progress if you avoid obstacles. Each task gives you a chance to get better at what you already know. Taking on challenges makes you stronger and more sure of your skills, whether it's learning something new, working on a difficult job, or fixing a flaw in yourself. One of Musashi's most famous lessons is to embrace the way of the warrior. A warrior doesn't look for ease or comfort, but sees struggle as a way to grow. Musashi thought that a fighter should always go beyond what they thought they could do and look for new tasks that would try their strength and make them better at what they do. This way of thinking says that avoiding difficulties is bad for you because it makes you less inspired, less smart, and less confident in your ability to succeed in life. If you want to stop avoiding difficulties, you should first change how you think about them. Challenges shouldn't be seen as dangers. They should be seen as chances to see how strong you are and grow. Think like Musashi did, which is to always try to get better, and see each task as a step on the way to success. To get out of your comfort zone, set small goals that you can reach. You feel more confident every time you overcome a problem, which reinforces the idea that you can handle anything life throws at you. As time goes on, your fear of obstacles will fade and be replaced by a feeling of joy and power. Whether he was in war, making art, or thinking about philosophy, Musashi's life was always full of challenges. We learn from him that life isn't supposed to be easy and that avoiding problems only limits our growth. When we face problems with courage and determination, we become the strong, sure of themselves people we were meant to be. So, avoiding problems might feel good at the time, but in the long run, it hurts your confidence. By facing problems with Musashi's fighter mentality, you boost your confidence in your own abilities and your ability to achieve. Getting through tough situations, no matter how small, builds strong confidence that will help you through life's fights. Habit 4. Seeking constant validation. Seeking approval from other people all the time is one of the worst habits that can hurt your confidence. This habit makes you reliant on praise from other people, which makes it harder to trust yourself and make choices based on your own beliefs and values. When you depend on other people to tell you how valuable you are, you give up control of your self-esteem to what they think. Miyamoto Musashi shows us that inner strength and faith are what matter. Musashi's famous book, The Book of Five Rings, talks a lot about how important it is to be independent and able to rely on yourself. Instead of looking for praise from other people, a fighter must believe in their own skills and judgment. If you are always looking for approval from other people, it makes you less strong on the inside and more likely to develop doubt and fear. There are different ways that people look for approval. You might often ask other people what they think, trying to get their support before making a choice. You might post something on social media and want people to like and comment on it so you feel good about yourself. Or you might always be looking for support from family, friends, or love partners to make sure you're on the right track. It's a bad habit because it makes you question your own worth, because the more you look for approval, the more you count on it. This habit can make you lose confidence over time because it teaches you to judge your worth by what other people think of you. You feel weak and unworthy when other people don't give you the approval you need. This makes you feel less like yourself and less confident in your skills. Also, always wanting approval from other people can make you lose sight of your own values and identity as you start to change to fit what other people want instead of staying true to who you are. Musashi's lessons tell us that to be a good fighter, you need to work on your inner power. He was self-disciplined, thought a lot about himself, and was in charge of his own life because he knew that depending on other people's ideas would make him weak. Musashi learned to be a master by working on himself alone. He knew that real growth comes from inside, not from what other people think. To break the habit of looking for approval, you need to build a strong sense of self-worth that isn't based on what other people say. Start breaking this habit by telling yourself nice things. Learn to support yourself instead of looking for praise from other people. When you make choices, believe in your own judgment and tell yourself that you can handle what happens. Musashi's theory tells us that we gain faith in ourselves by working hard and learning from our mistakes. The more you trust yourself to make decisions and stick to them, the more confident you will become. Being mindful and being aware of when you are looking for approval are also important. Pay close attention to times when you need to be reassured or when your happiness depends on how other people react. Musashi's idea of sanction, or awareness, can be used here. If you pay attention to your own actions and reasons for doing them, you can catch yourself when you're looking for approval and turn your attention inward. Also, don't just hang out with people who validate your every move. Find people who also help you grow. People who are really your friends and guides will push you to think for yourself and believe in your capacity. His life was changed by teachers and opponents who pushed him to get better at what he did and become more independent. Similarly, you should look for relationships that help you become more independent instead of ones that satisfy your need to be validated. So, constantly looking for approval is a habit that makes you less confident and more reliant on other people to make you feel good about yourself. The lessons of Miyamoto Musashi tell us that real strength comes from within, and that self-reliance and mastering oneself are the best ways to build confidence. You can build a strong, unwavering confidence that will help you live your true life and reach your goals by letting go of the need for praise from other people and learning to trust your own judgment. Habit 5. People-pleasing. People-pleasing is a harmful habit that can lead to a loss of self-confidence. It stems from a deep-seated need for others to like and accept you, often leading to acts of kindness, politeness, and helpfulness. However, this habit can also lead to a loss of touch with oneself, as one's sense of self-worth decreases as they say yes to others before meeting their own wants. Miyamoto Musashi, a renowned figure in self-control and discipline, believed that true strength comes from within rather than external influences. His mindset was based on being self-reliant and determined, which are essential traits for building confidence. Making it a habit to please others means letting them decide what you do and how you act, which goes against Musashi's teachings about self-mastery. One of the worst aspects of trying to please others is lying to yourself, as you agree to do something that goes against your values, tastes, or limits just to make other people happy. This routine of giving up on yourself makes you angry, frustrated, and less confident in your abilities. To break the habit of trying to please everyone, one must change their thinking. They must understand that they cannot please everyone. and that attempting to do so will only make them tired and unhappy. Musashi's life demonstrates that the only way to be confident is to be yourself and stick to your views, even if it means letting others down. Learning to set healthy boundaries is crucial to stop trying to please everyone. Boundaries are not walls that keep people out. They are rules that help maintain your health and sense of self-worth. Being self-disciplined and focused is essential, and knowing when to say no is key. People-pleasing is often caused by fear of rejection or being turned down. However, Musashi's lessons suggest that fear is often just a thought, and that the best way to get rid of it is to take action and learn more about yourself. Being bold and meeting your fear of rejection head-on will help you build inner strength to stand your ground without needing approval from others. So, getting self-approval instead of people-pleasing is an important step towards regaining confidence. Being self-reliant and at peace with yourself are the true signs of power. By following Musashi's ideas about self-mastery and setting limits, one can break out of this cycle, regain confidence, and live their life on their own terms. Habit 6. Ignoring self-care. Not taking care of yourself is the last bad habit that slowly kills confidence. Taking care of yourself includes more than just your physical health. It also includes your mental, social, and spiritual health. You lose confidence when you don't pay attention to your own needs and take care of yourself. Not taking care of yourself can cause stress, tiredness, and a lower sense of self-worth over time. Musashi knew how important it was to keep things in balance. He was a fierce fighter, but he also paid attention to and controlled every part of his life, even his health. He knew that taking care of his body and mind would help him do his best in life and on the battlefield. Musashi used Zen, reflection, to clear his mind, keep his ideas in the middle, and stay at peace with himself. Finding and keeping this balance is important for building and keeping trust. You tell yourself that your health is not important when you don't take care of yourself. This can make you feel bad about your own abilities and lower your self-esteem. The other way is to take care of your physical, mental, and social health. This will help you feel good about your self-worth. You feel stronger, more capable, and more sure of your ability to deal with the difficulties in life. Start by doing small, planned acts of self-care every day. This will help you break the habit of forgetting yourself. It might be as easy as taking some time to rest, work out, practice awareness, or do things that make you happy. The way of the fighter, or Bushido, that Musashi taught us tells us that discipline is important in every part of life. Taking care of yourself gives you the self-control you need to build confidence that lasts. Self-care is not a nice-to-have, it's a must. Because Musashi says that power comes from within, we need to take care of the frame that holds our mind, body, and spirit. You can boost your confidence by showing yourself that you deserve love, respect, and care by putting yourself first. Ultimately, the habits that wear down your confidence over time are usually small and easy to miss. You can break these habits and start to rebuild your self-esteem, though, if you are aware of them and work at it. The lessons that Miyamoto Musashi taught are timeless and can help you learn to control your thoughts, get past problems, and build your inner power. Confidence is not something that you are born with. You have to work at it by consistently taking action, thinking about yourself, and growing as a person. You can regain your confidence and live a life of purpose, strength, and fulfillment by handling these 6 bad habits: negative self-talk, fear of failing, avoiding obstacles, seeking approval, people-pleasing, and not taking care of yourself. The story of Musashi shows us that the only way to really be in charge is to control ourselves first, in war and in everyday life. By taking what he says to heart and using it in your own life, you can break bad habits that are holding you back and gain unwavering confidence that will help you get through anything.